Now this guy, this hanging basket, it's got all kinds of new growth, but a lot of dead stuff on it. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get rid of this dead stuff and then hedge it back a little bit here. Get some new growth coming from the base. We're still pretty early. We're supposed to get some cold weather coming in next week, and by cold I'm talking like low 30s, maybe 29, 28. That's alright. These things have done fine. We've hit like 17 degrees out here. As long as you keep them with a blower on them and the wind moving around a little bit, they do fine. I know it doesn't look great when you just hack them back like this, but trust me, these things are survivors. This is about the third year I've had this particular petunia. So it is somewhat hardy, has built up a resistance to the cold. Now if you left it outside, not in a greenhouse, but just outside, it probably would not fare as well. I'm going to cut that back. These would make excellent cuttings. New growth, but I've got 100 of them in the pump house, so I don't need any more petunias. Now this petunia is going to start off with a nice big root ball from last year. We'll put some Osmocote fertilizer in it, and it'll be huge. That one plant right there, you'll see at the end of the summer, it's just huge. Don't be afraid to try this. I mean, what do you have to lose? If it doesn't work, you were going to toss it anyway. Don't toss these things though, man. If you have the means, and not everybody does, but if you do, overwinter saves you a lot of money. I mean, I think I took 100 cuttings off of 3 of these plants. I got them in the pump house. But, you know, what's 100 petunias gonna run you? They're not cheap. Even if you could find them for $1, which you can't. But if you could, I mean, there's $100. I don't sell any of my cuttings or my plants. I just give them away to family and friends. Just a hobby. Put them in my yard. Alright. That's looking a lot better. Get as much of this dead, overwintered stuff off of here. Give it some room to grow. If you watch, this thing's just going to burst in the next few weeks. Going into March, it'll be filled. We potted this thing up from a hanging basket last fall, and all the new growth that's coming on this, it's amazing. We're just going to take a few little dead things off of here, make it look a little bit better, tighten up the growth. Kind of looks a little bonsai-ish, but that's alright. It'll fill in. As soon as spring comes, this thing will be just mounded huge. Look at that. And that is nice. Nice growth on that petunia. Alright. Here's another petunia. It doesn't look as good. It's got a lot of dead stuff on it. But look at the green. The stems are nice and green and it has new growth coming on right here. So we're just going to trim this back. I'm not going to be too brown trousered about this whole thing. We're just going to trim it back. Keep it from being too leggy. There, that looks better. Get rid of this thing down here. Dead stuff. We're also going to take a chance and look underneath, look for any slugs that might have overwintered, whatever reason. That looks alright. This guy doesn't look like he's woken up yet from the winter. But we're gonna hedge him back. It's just because it's time to get these things moving. Tell him to wake up a little bit. Now this guy, you can see when I cut it, you see the green inside there? It's good. It's still living. Yeah. Just needs to wake up a little bit. Get a little warmer. Check for slugs. No, still looking good. Now look at this guy. This guy is not looking so good. It's brown. There's no new growth that I can see. We're going to take a couple of little spots off of here. It does have a little bit of green in there. I don't know if you can see that, but see if we can trim it back and see if find any cambium layer back in here. It does look like it's still got some green. So we are going to just cut it back, tip it off, and let it go. Check for any super dead stuff. Wait for it to wake up. Check for slugs. Nothing good. One more here. Well, it's still got some green to it. We will let it sit there and wake up a little bit. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good day.